First, Porsche has announced they're coming up with a new car. That's right, the 918. It's 718 horsepower. It's a hybrid monster. It'll be expensive, and it's going to be fast. Do you think people are going to spend the $630,000 they're going to charge?
Well, yeah, I think, first of all, the price has already gone up to $850 and change, and then with the dollar and the demand, I think this car is going to be a cool million. I think that they probably already got all the hand raisers for the production that they need, and it's the next generation Porsche. It's a hybrid electric. It's going to win Le Mans. It's going to be an awesome car.
Wait a minute, you talked about a Bugatti, right?
Yeah.
So this car is just a Porsche. It's not a Bugatti.
Well, it's a really crazy Porsche. It's not like a 911. It's it's its own car.
Yeah, right.
Everything in this is race car stuff.
And it's worth $1 million.
Well, how much you got?
It's a 500 horsepower engine from the Spider RS. It's got 3 electric motors, 218 horsepower. It's got full-time 100% no waste, perfect traction, and regenerative braking. This thing is going to murder at Le Mans. And it looks like, have you seen it? I mean, it's so
it's too weird.
It has
too
the
Logan's
most-
runny. Listen, I got a salad shooter with electric motor in it. Doesn't mean it's worth $1 million. Thank you. Moving on. Chevrolet started working on the new C7 Corvette. The old C6 ZR1 already has 600 horsepower. Are they going to go mid-engine on the Vet?
Since 1985, when I saw my first car magazine, on the cover of it, it was like the new 1992 Corvette, and it was like a drawing. It looked like a Jetsons car.
And then your stepmom banged on the bathroom door. What are you doing in there, Matt? Put that down. That's your father's.
I'm so ashamed.
Look blind. Not the monogram towels.
I still have the magazine pages are still stuck together.
Thanks for the visual.
The Corvette is a formula. V8 in the front, manual transmission in the rear drive. It's got to have the big trunk, too. If you put the engine in the middle, you lose the practicality that everyone loves about the Corvette.
Right, completely agree. Corvette is a formula, it's a tradition, front engine, packaging, and V8, cargo, all of that. The thing that is really going to upset the faithful is when they go to twin-turbo V6 with paddle shifters.
I thought you were going to say when they finally put a good interior in it.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Corvette. It has to have crap seats.
That's tradition,
Oh,
too.
you knew that. Those hardcore Corvette fans are going to hit you with their stroke cane. Bye, Cracky. Look what you've done to mine. All right. Last year, Americans bought almost 900 Camrys a day. Why do we continue to support these people? They've made a bunch of errors and screw-ups, accelerator problems, a lot of recalls.
It was proven it wasn't the cars. It was proven that Toyota's cars are fine and that Toyota drivers suck at driving.
Right.
Right,
A lot of flip-flops in the crowd.
It-
Yeah.
See? I got one clap for that.
That's good. It has, and look, it has nothing to do with that. Life is hard. Toyota has delivered year after year. These cars have become people's life allies, and so when the unintended acceleration came out, people just didn't believe that their family member could do that.
Oh, by the way,
I have one. I have a Toyota, I have a Corolla, and it's always been great. I didn't run into those problems. Plus, all cars suck. And at some time, it just that happens.
What's the name of this show, by the way?
Toyotas
What is
don't
this?
care
What
about
is this
driving,
life
and
ally
therefore are bad drivers.
crap?
That's just it.
What do you mean?
Like
I mean,
John
you think
Sally in his Corolla.
when you meet my best friend, he's a Tercel. That's pathetic. All right, car companies routinely charge $2,000 for nav systems and maybe another $2,000 for entertainment systems, but we have things called iPads now and smartphones, and do we need to pay all this to the car manufacturers? Don't we have them already?
Well, first of all, the prices of these systems have gone way down. Second, they've become much more updatable. Third, car manufacturers are using glass panel displays like Tesla and Fisker, two hybrid electrics.
Yeah, changing the world with their millions of cars sold. What are they sold? 1,200 cars?
No, they do a magic act out of Reno with lions. The great Tesla and Fisker.
That's right. They're white tigers. It's really great. And here's the thing. I like built-ins because, you know, if your TomTom is on the dashboard and you get hit in the rear, that TomTom is you're gonna eat it. You know, it's gonna come flying at you. It's like a projectile. It's a missile.
That's right.
Yeah, plus, even though my cell phone has a GPS in it, if I look at it or use it while I'm actually driving somewhere, a cop could ticket me just for that. So that's why I have GPS in my car.
I know a lot of guys who've been killed by a guy named Tom, but never anyone who's bought it. from a TomTom. But let's look into that. And by the way, is there another nav system called Tom? So we had to call ours TomTom, or couldn't they just left it at Tom?
You know a lot of guys who have been killed by someone named Tom?
You're on his list now, buddy. You better watch it. Tom, get him.
The MySpace guy's on a rampage.
All right. The U.S. government has just listed formaldehyde as a carcinogen, but car companies say they've used formaldehyde for years in the manufacturing. As a matter of fact, that's what gives it the new car smell. Now what?
It's the chemical they treat the leather with, right?
Among other things.
Maybe we shouldn't have car with leather in it.
Good point.
Maybe
Good.
someone should punch you in the face.
The headliner smells like formaldehyde. Oh, by the way. Wait, you cannot say carcinogen without first saying car.
That's true. Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. But if you point, they'll clap.
Nice, cheap pandering.
All
But
right.
here, let's the thing. The government also banned lead-painted Christmas toys and mercury-filled Christmas ornaments, and car interiors are toxic to kids. They have to get phthalates, formaldehyde, VOCs out.
Right.
Why don't they just go to really having a footprint on this country or getting rid of the footprint in this world by going to all these man-made products? Then we don't have to kill animals and we'll be fine.
Does anyone else like cloth in their cars? I like cloth.
No,
No, just me? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love cloth.
Fine.
That's
Touching
nice.
cloth.
All right. Relax, you two. People like their cows. They like them in their bellies and they like them on their fannies, right?
exactly.
Right. That's why Americans, that's why we're number one. That's how you win the crowd.
Number
back
one in
every
heart
time.
disease.
All right. We're just getting started here on the car show.